from just across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. On the Browns sideline, you see Kevin Stefanski. His team comes in rested and ready off the mid-season bye week. Opposite him, the Jets' Aaron Glenn. His team also on the bye last week, so both teams should come in here with fresh legs and ready to go. Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Jamie Fairbairn getting this one started. Should be a wet one. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Everyone loves to dive into whether a bye comes at a good time, a bad time, and I really just think it's a matter of perspective. So here we got a team that was hot. They were rolling, multiple wins going into their bye week. And I can tell you what, the energy around that building, going into a bye, no, you're playing really good ball. It makes that week a lot better, certainly, than the alternative. Like this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way. And it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the catch and run for the first down. They'll run it with the Boston College bruiser, A.J. Dillon. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Hall. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the run, here's Hall. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, my man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. The Pro Bowler the last 2 years, Nnamdi Madubuike, getting in to drop him for sack number 11 on the season.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Look it up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for and taken successfully. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They're led out by the NFL's most valuable player in 2024. At quarterback, Josh Allen.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through, we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
It's a gain of 2. And the Jets, first down. First and 10.
On first down, right back to Robinson. They'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Stop made by Samson Ebukam. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 7. get this to about the 36-yard line. Marcus Williams there to bring him down.
36-yard line.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Williams. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Jets first down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for the Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run with Robinson. Finds an alley to the 35. And it'll finally be taken down at the Jets' 21-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll go again with Robinson. And this time they are ready for it. Throw for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Back at the 23-yard line.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. Out wide, that's Robinson. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. Forced out wide. And he will have a first down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. That's on the former first-round pick, Titus Howard. Allen to throw on 3rd and long. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good, and the Jets are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot. Your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important. And give credit, he does a great job here able to put that one through.
The Browns offense. And Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. He'll get this out wide. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
We'll send a tight end in motion right. Running here is Dillon. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. That is Nnamdi Madubuike. He's there to bring him down.
5 yards on the play.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They will run it over center with Hall. He'll look forward for maybe a yard. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, here's Jackson. Now he'll run it.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Jets have the advantage. More from MetLife Stadium after this. The Jets have it here to start quarter number 2. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 1. As we are ready to get back underway. To the outside, he's got Harrison. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
And the Jets, first down.
A gift, and here comes Robinson. And a nice job there, sidestepping defenders on his way. It's a gain of 9.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
So trying to run for it with Robinson. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
That's good for us, Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They run over center with Robinson. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
To the air on 2nd down. Here's Allen. And he's going to be forced out of bounds. Still plenty of work to do. 3rd and long coming up.
Gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Now Allen. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screen play, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Raymond going to return it. And it's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team is getting possession of the football.
33-yard line.
Browns offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. The drive begins with a run, and it's home. And he's going to have a Browns first down. Good running gets him to about the 44.
Yards. That's good for a Browns first down. A gain of 12. And the Browns first down.
On the handoff, this is Dillon. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one.
First down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. Right back to Dillon. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. 2-yard line now. Here's second down and 5. We give to Hall. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Pulling a yard at most. That is Nnamdi Madubuike there to bring him down. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on fourth down.
There you see Jets head coach Aaron Glenn, his guys set for their next possession. Greg, I know you're passionate about this, the change in the evolution of the NFL the last decade, the willingness to go for it even more often now on fourth down, as we've seen here.
Yeah, I think teams just continue to understand the NFL is not about yards, it's not about time of possession, it's about generating big plays, and it's about maximizing every possession you have and sustaining the ball. So when you get opportunities at certain down and distances at certain parts of the field to use that extra down, it changes everything. And the last thing I'll say, Mike, it doesn't happen in a vacuum. We don't decide to go for it on fourth down, or at least I'll say the good teams don't decide to go for it on fourth down. They knew they were going for it on fourth down 3 plays ago. They knew on 1st and 10, this was 4-down territory. So first down, second down, third down, the play caller is using that information to say, if I need fourth down, I had it. So I don't need to get it all on second, all on third. So it changes the philosophy and the flow of the play caller, and the players are a lot more comfortable nowadays being in these situations.
Just short of midfield.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards, stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Here's Tommy Townsend now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. A first down throw for Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. That one incomplete. Can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly it is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down, and barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
Now fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Down the field, it's DJ Moore. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
At the 46-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he's 35.
That's another Jets.
On first down, it's Robinson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's first and 10. And here's Bijan. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Here's Robinson. And he's in. What a shot. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Jets. That touchdown. Number 11 on the year.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Able to add the extra point, and the Jets are out to a 10-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off.
Set to kick off.
Khalif Raymond to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
On the return.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense.
6-yard line.
And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0. They come up with first and 10. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Gain of 24 yards. And the Browns first down. First and 10 at the
Jackson now to throw on first down. That is brought in downfield by Sutton.
It's a gain of 29. That's another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 20.
They'll run it out of the gun. And it's Hall. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Now we'll get a timeout Cleveland. That's their second. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
It's a gain of 10.
Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It will set up second down.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
Handoff. Here comes Hall. And this one blown up. Good serve. Drop them. A loss on the play. Back to the 9-yard line.
6-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the Browns are on the board. It's now 10-3.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Hey, Scott, thank you. Rain only intensifying now as the teams have come back out. This figures to be a wet and wild second half to come. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. But Jets offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with.
First and 10 at the 43.
gun, here comes Robinson. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a gain of 11. And the Jets, first down.
On the option, here's Robinson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Great job here by the defense, making sure that they have one defender responsible for the running back and one responsible for the quarterback. In this case, they decide to give it to the back. He's taken down for a loss.
Throwing on second down. It's Allen. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. From the gun, Josh Allen. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
On now comes the punt team for the Jets, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Browns offense. And Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's going to be taken in by Durham Smythe. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. On 2nd down, they're going to run the option here to the right. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
That's good for a Browns first down.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hall. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5.
From 29. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run right on the option. I don't think it was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and they're able to force him down for a loss.
From the gun, Jackson. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. That's a short pickup to about the 47. Stop made by Samson Ebukam.
At the 47-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Another run here for Robinson. He's got it at the 1st down across midfield. And down to the 47-yard line.
That's good for a Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll go again with Robinson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. 17 yards on that play. And the Jets have a 1st down.
Another Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On the give, it's Robinson. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Mario Davis there on the play. Second down, 8 yards to go.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one complete to Brown. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. From the gun, it's Allen. Pass complete there to Harrison. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and
And here comes Robinson. And the Jets are going to be set up with a first and goal. A strong run takes them down to the 9.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I would only want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Going in the wrong direction. Now second and goal from the 12. From the gun, here is Allen. Nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up. Let's cash it in on third and goal.
3 yards. It's now third and goal.
From the gun, throw here for Allen. He'll try and get there on the ground.
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? How fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force fourth down.
Maybe Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets will extend their third quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The Browns offense and running back A.J. Dillon making their way back out there. They're in a 10-point hole. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with first down. Off the play fake. Jackson. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
First down to Cleveland.
Now Lamar going to hang on to it. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play, like we saw here.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. Now movement up front is a big decision coming from the officials. Who's the penalty on? Kevin Zeitler, the vet, guilty that time. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Jets offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field, and he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and a yard.
Brings up second and 1.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And it'll be brought down shy of 35, but that is good enough to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 8. And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
2-yard loss.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down. Returnable from the 17. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Browns offense ready to see what they can do. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here is second down and 7. On the give, it's Hall. And the defense strings him out. He'll fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard. Brings up third and 7.
Jackson from the gun on third down. He'll try to run for it. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 21.
They get 21 on that one. It's a Browns first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
What's going on, guys? Pick it up. You're embarrassing us. Man, I'm going to put day jersey on.
They will run it over center with Hall. Hunting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3. Just shy of midfield. Here's second down and 7. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play. And it brings up third.
Now Jackson. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up fourth down. The motion man is Raymond. Now or never, they'll throw him, and he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down.
So the key to this fourth down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, you can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge fourth down stop.
The Jets offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. And it's looked like the win streak to start the year is going to continue for another week. What a tremendous performance here as they are out to finish this one. And despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Allen now on second down. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down. He's got his man. It's Harrison. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this two-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, you might be running out of time.
Second and inches.
10 more yards. 10 yards on the pickup.
They run over center with Robinson. And he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
Gain of a yard. And the Jets, first down.
Williams gets it from the pistol. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Here's second and 9.
11-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. That one pulled in by Brown. And he will score! Noah Brown. Touchdown, New York. It's his third touchdown catch this year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Browns offense starting to trot out for this next possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Jackson looking to throw. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And falls incomplete. Moore going in motion. Second down. Jackson. For the middle. That's caught by Moore. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
Third and short. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, we sit up here all the time. We try to break down why certain plays work or don't work. Well, this one's not real tricky. I mean, he just simply needs to catch the ball. I mean, that close to the first down chain, he just catches that ball and turns upfield. They extend this drive. He's got to come over to the sideline, take a deep breath, tell his guys, hey, man, that's on me. And he's got to go out and make that next play because his team's going to need him to play better as the rest of this game continues.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Again, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of Moore. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. On second down, the run with Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
On third down, Jackson. That's into the hands of Smythe, the tight end. So, a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard. And it's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 47.
Jackson now. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play. Brings up third.
They send Sutton in motion. Throwing Jackson. And over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. He'll try to keep his footing. Manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and
They'll put a
8.
receiver in motion right. Jackson now on second down. He takes off. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Browns first down.
Jackson now to throw on first down. This pass complete to Raymond.
Jackson's pass.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Pickup. Brings up second and 3 at the Jets 16-yard line.
Second down and 3. On play action, here's Jackson. This is caught at 2. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That is caught, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up.
Offside, defense.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Browns are able to cut the deficit to 10. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Jets offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field, and he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar, and they have been so far. And here's Bijan. Putting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Now it's Williams. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second, and they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. They'll try to run for it with Williams. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up fourth down. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. It'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Jets add on to their lead.
Browns 10.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, it's back out to kick this one away. Here's Berrios on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Browns.
First down throw for Jackson. He finds his tight end, that's Smythe.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catchability of the tight end.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. The crowd at MetLife on their feet for 3rd down.
A loss of 7 yards.
From the gun, Jackson. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. That one's on target to Moore. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
And the Browns.
He'll get up and spike it with 16 seconds remaining. To throw is Jackson. Off he goes. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. Getting hard to hear in here. The noise very loud from the crowd. 3rd and 3. Out to his right. He'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one in the win column for the Jets. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say goodbye from MetLife Stadium.